could put in front of me anytime, any day. Italian, Italian, Italian. So, with their restaurant, it is a Tuscan restaurant, and we have Paolo here straight from Florence. Yep. Say hello again.
Hello, everybody.
And they are tucked away in the Vinings. Now, where exactly are you located? Let people know really quick.
We're on the corner of Cobb Parkway and Paces Mill. It's a Kroger shopping center, very unassuming shopping center. Actually, got quite a nice assortment of restaurants there, but we're right there in the corner.
Easy to find.
We're
easy to find. And you know, it's one of those restaurants where when you drive up to it, you're not driving up into some mass chain restaurant or anything like that. It's very quaint, it's charming, it's beautiful, and both these guys are there all the time, so you can always just go and meet them. Anyhow, we also have here with us again Todd Rushing from the Concentric Restaurant Group. Hello, Todd.
Hello, Donna.
All right, you're here as usual to talk about wine, so I'm surrounded by amazing experts. Today is again called Wine Time. That's my incredibly creative title for today's show. Wine Time. So we're going to talk about some rosés. Why is that, Todd?
Well, it's the time of year for rosé. But the other thing is I think a rosé is misunderstood by most Americans. Unfortunately, other than for the Trinchero family who stumbled upon White Zinfandel, and I could get into sort of the process, but anyhow, White Zinfandel was actually a mistake. They were making another wine,
and oops, out came White Zin.
Oops, came out White Zin, and they put it in a bottle and sold it. But rosé wines have been around a whole lot longer. The French and the Spanish have some wonderful rosé wines, and it always comes around the time of year when it starts getting warm outside. And what's wonderful to me about rosés is one, how clean and refreshing they are. To me, White Zinfandel, which most Americans know, is sweet. Rosé is not sweet. Not to say it doesn't have fruit characteristics to it, but it's not sweet. And Jasmine and I were talking before we came back on air, and Spain is to me the ultimate place for rosé wine.
Is that where the origins, where it was created, comes from, or how does that work, Jasmine?
It's really French. It comes from the Loire Valley.
Okay.
And also Anjou. They make some beautiful, beautiful rosés there as well. And a lot of the big winemakers in Spain from the French heritage.
Right.
So they follow the same winemaking techniques.
Now, what are some of your favorite rosés, or what do you find it?
I love Parallel 45. But that's it. It's French. It's,
right.
It's beautiful. It's light. Has also with rosés they vary in color. Myself, I like a little bit of a lighter rose color as opposed to these deep pink.
Oh, right, because the deeper, the more, I guess the more red it is, or pink in characteristic means that there's a little bit more extraction to it, and that's not what you're really looking for in something really light and refreshing. Because the rosés get their color from when the wines are pressed, the grapes are pressed. It's the amount of exposure to the red skins which gives it that color. And so what you get is the longer it's exposed to the skins, the deeper it is in that color. And what's really unique about rosés is it's really sort of the first light press of the grapes, and then it's runoff, and they then ferment the wines and make it into rosé. And what's really cool about Spanish wines in particular, because I think Grenache is the perfect grape. And Grenache is a red grape, and they make great Grenache, or Grenache in Spain. And to me, you get that wonderful strawberry nose when you put your, when you and I talked about how you taste a glass of wine. You look at it, you put your nose in it before you even sip it, and you get that wonderful bouquet of just strawberries. And then to drink a rosé, you put it on the palate, and the palate's typically light in body, and you get wonderful acidity, and it goes with all kinds of foods and everything you think is spring. You got your salads, you got your fresh berries, you got your fresh vegetables that are coming in, cheeses. Some of Paulo's probably great meats would go wonderful with the rosé.
Goat cheese, especially with the rosé.
Yeah, goat cheese.
I didn't know
cheese.
Goat cheese and rosé. I had a rosé recently, and I was racking my brain trying to remember who gave it to me, and I can't, so I'm not going to do it injustice. But it was very, very pink. I mean, baby pink.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a sparkling rosé.
Okay.
It was a sparkling rosé, and I loved it. My sister Lindy and we had it at a party, and we thought it was absolutely fantastic.
And and that's what you got. Because my guess is you said it was refreshing, right?
Very, very light.
Okay, and it really sort of was reviving to a certain degree. When you talk about having a great wine and something that just really goes and lightens your mood, that's rosé to me.
And that's a good, because this is radio, so we have to think visual of the mind. So I'm looking for a lot of characteristics.
So I want to paint a picture because Jasmine said goat cheese.
Yes.
So
we have 1 minute to paint a picture.
I'm thinking goat cheese, which we all know what it is. Fresh strawberries, it's the time of year. Paulo, some aged balsamic vinegar, and a glass of rosé. Now, what's better than that?
Actually having it and not talking about it.
Well, we're all going over to Paulo's later.
Party at Paulo's. All right, guys, we have to take a very quick commercial break, but let's do another giveaway. Gee, Todd.
I think, my buddies at Parish, I mean, you had Chef Nick on.
We did.
So we got $50 to Parish.
$50 at Parish Restaurant, which is the Louisiana.
Yeah, it's our sort of Louisiana, Cajun, Creole, whatever you want to call it.
It's in Inman Park.
Mostly Southern.
It's in Inman Park. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
$50 gift certificate right now. Call me during the commercial break. 770-226-0920. We'll take number 5 this time. I'll make it easier.
5's good.
Number 5, 770-226-0920 with a $50 gift certificate to Parish, one of Todd Rushing's restaurants right now. And as soon as we come back, a little bit more on wine, a little bit more on food, and then yet another giveaway. Don't go anywhere.
Here we go.